Max Verstappen, the three-time world champion and Red Bull's golden boy, was knocked out of his home Grand Prix on the very first lap. Meanwhile, McLaren pulled off a historic 1-2 finish and flipped the entire championship table upside down. This wasn't just another Sunday drive around the Red Bull ring. This was one of the most shocking and significant races of the 2025 Formula One season. In today's video, we break down exactly what went down at the Austrian Grand Prix, from race-shattering drama to championship-shifting results. Stay with us, because you do not want to miss this roller coaster recap. Welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of high-stakes racing, dramatic storylines, and raw motorsport action, the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix delivered all that and more. Held at the picturesque Red Bull Ring in Spielberg, Austria, this race was meant to be a celebration for local hero Max Verstappen and the Red Bull team. Instead, it turned into a nightmare they'll be desperate to forget. From the moment the lights went out, the race exploded with intensity. One of the sport's top drivers was eliminated before the first sector was even complete. A rookie found himself under fire for a massive error. A beloved veteran didn't even make it to the starting line. And at the center of it all, McLaren showed the world that they are not just fast, they are dominant. So let's dive into every twist and turn of this unforgettable race weekend. The drama began well before the main event on Sunday. During Saturday's qualifying session, Lando Norris put in a sensational lap to claim pole position. His McLaren teammate, Oscar Piastri, was just behind him in second, locking out the front row for the Papaya team. This marked McLaren's first front row lockout in over a decade and set the stage for what would become a dream race for the team. Verstappen, starting from fourth, was already on the back foot, and the tension was palpable. As the formation lap got underway on Sunday, things took a disastrous turn for Carlos Sainz. The Williams driver, who has been enjoying a strong season since his move from Ferrari, suffered a terrifying mechanical failure. His brakes caught fire mid-lap, and smoke began billowing from the front left of his car. Within seconds, flames erupted. Sainz had to pull over and exit the vehicle before the race even began. His race was over before it started, and it was a worrying sign for Williams, who had shown promise throughout the weekend. Then came the main event, the Grand Prix itself. The lights went out, and the front runners surged forward. Norris got a clean getaway, as did Piastri. But the real chaos unfolded just behind them. In turn 1, Max Verstappen tried to cut inside and overtake the slower-starting Mercedes of Kimi Antonelli, the highly rated rookie driver. But Antonelli, perhaps a little too eager, misjudged the spacing and clipped Verstappen's rear wheel. The contact immediately snapped Verstappen's suspension, sending him into a spin and ultimately out of the race. Lap 1, turn 1. Verstappen was done. The home crowd, many wearing Red Bull blue and waving Dutch flags, were stunned into silence. This was supposed to be Verstappen's moment. Instead, it became Antonelli's mistake. A mistake that cost Verstappen valuable points and possibly even the championship lead. Antonelli, visibly shaken, apologized after the race, and was later handed a 3-place grid penalty for the upcoming British Grand Prix.
I braked hard because I was behind other cars, and in that moment I locked the rears, and then I just couldn't stop the car because I locked the rear and then lost the car, and then I had to avoid Lawson, but then it was too late because I was arriving just too quick, because then I started to lock the front, and instead of decelerating I was accelerating, so the car was just taking speed, and then the crash was inevitable. And yeah, just feel super sorry to the team and to Max, of course, because obviously he was just a passenger.
With Verstappen gone and Sainz out of the picture, the McLarens were free to stretch their legs. Norris led confidently from the front, managing his tires well and controlling the pace. Piastri stayed close, never more than 2.5 seconds behind, and at times even appeared to be quicker. Midway through the race, Piastri radioed the team asking if he could challenge Norris, but McLaren instructed both drivers to hold position to secure the 1-2 finish. It was a wise decision. Any unnecessary fighting could have opened the door for rivals like Charles Leclerc to capitalize. Speaking of Leclerc, The Ferrari driver had a solid race. With Sainz gone, all eyes were on the Monegasque to carry Ferrari's hopes, and he delivered, though he couldn't match the McLaren pace. Leclerc maintained third position with consistency and poise. He drove a clean race, avoided mistakes, and brought home crucial points for Ferrari, who are locked in a tight battle with Mercedes and Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship. But let's return to the stars of the show, McLaren. Lando Norris led every lap, claimed the fastest lap of the race, and crossed the line with a commanding victory. It was his third win of the season, and perhaps his most important yet, for a driver who waited so long for his first victory just a year ago. Norris now looks like a seasoned race winner with World Championship pedigree. Behind him, Oscar Piastri was just as impressive. The young Australian has been quietly racking up podiums and out-qualifying some of the sport's biggest names. And now, thanks to Verstappen's DNF and his own strong finish, Piastri leaves Austria as the new leader of the Drivers' Championship. With 216 points, Piastri now sits at the top of the leaderboard. Norris is close behind with 201. Verstappen, who had been leading before this race, drops down to 155 points. The shift is monumental. For the first time in years, a Red Bull driver is not in the top two, and the battle between Piastri and Norris is heating up into what could become one of the most thrilling title duels in recent memory. On the constructors' side, McLaren's Dream Weekend gives them a substantial lead. With 417 points, they are now comfortably ahead of Ferrari, who sit in second with 210. Mercedes trail just behind with 209, while Red Bull, incredibly, have dropped to fourth place with 201. Yet, you heard that right. Red Bull, the team that dominated the sport for 3 consecutive seasons, is now struggling to stay within the top 3. The tables have truly turned in 2025. As the paddock packs up and heads toward Silverstone for the next round, the British Grand Prix, the pressure is mounting. Silverstone is home turf for Lando Norris, and with momentum clearly on his side, all eyes will be on him to deliver another win in front of the British crowd. But Piastri is now the championship leader, and he won't be backing down. And Verstappen, he'll be desperate to bounce back and prove that Austria was just a bump in the road, not the beginning of a breakdown. This race has shaken the foundation of the 2025 season. McLaren is now the powerhouse team. Piastri is no longer the quiet contender. He's the man to beat. And Red Bull, they're facing a crisis, both in results and morale. Whether they can recover remains to be seen. But what's certain is this: the championship fight is wide open, and anything can happen in the races to come. And that wraps up the full breakdown of the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix, arguably one of the most pivotal races of the year so far. From the shocking crash that took Max Verstappen out of contention to McLaren's incredible 1-2 finish and the new championship leader in Oscar Piastri, this race gave us everything. What did you think of Antonelli's collision with Verstappen? Do you think Norris will take back the lead at Silverstone? And is this the beginning of a McLaren era in Formula One? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more F1 coverage, and hit the notification bell so you'd never miss a race recap. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.